Trigger warning, I'm talking about domestic abuse. A client asked me to talk about my own trauma bond and how it impacted my staying in the relationship for much too long. We were talking about excuses that we make for the abuser and why they're being abusive. Not all of us in narcissistic relationships were physically abused, but I was. There were two specific instances, and I often describe the second one as so much worse than the first, but they were both really bad. But I'm going to talk about the second one. There's obviously more to the story that led to this incident, but I'm going to describe the incident. We were in a huge but typical argument. He was hammered, and he was trying to leave. I wanted to continue the conversation, the argument, the conversation. And so I got in his way. He threw me up a staircase, through a baby gate, into closet doors. He had me pinned against the closet, screaming in my face. He was screaming that he would effing kill me and that I effing knew he effing could. Just 2 inches from my face. Looking back, I know now that it activated a trauma response. I was stuck. Fight, flight, freeze, fawn. Unfortunately, my body chose fight. I really wish that in the moment we had the ability to control the type of response we had, because any of the other trauma responses would have been better than what I did. His response to my response was to push me backwards by my shoulders into the kitchen and slam my head into the stainless steel sink more times than I could possibly count, all while screaming that he could unalive me if he wanted to. He was reminding me that he was capable and willing. But here's how a trauma bond affects victims of abuse. In these moments, while I was being smashed into the sink repeatedly, it was like I was having an out-of-body experience. So picture me sort of floating above what was actually happening in front of me. And what I was thinking was, oh my God, he's going to kill me by accident. All I could think about was how bad I felt that he might go to jail for unaliving me by accident. I was so firmly committed to that he couldn't possibly have been doing this on purpose. I felt compassion and empathy for my abuser during an act of assault. That's how a trauma bond can keep people in the cycle of abuse. They have victimized themselves for so long. We feel so bad for them. We make excuses for their behavior. I wasn't even thinking about myself in that moment. I wasn't thinking about my own safety. I was thinking about his feelings and what would happen to him. So for anyone that asks, why didn't you call the police? That's why. It's not that we're not afraid. It's that we don't know that we're afraid yet.